Jill Nicolini, your host for Convention TV, and on behalf of the team at the Music and Sound retailer, welcome to the 2020 NAMM Show. We'll be bringing you the same great NAMM coverage that you've come to expect, but as you can see by our new set, we decided to change things up a bit around here this time. And here's another big change right off the bat. We have a new field reporter joining us, Hester Van Hooven. Now, Hester is a longtime veteran of Convention TV at Infocom, and now she's stepping up to the plate to take on an even bigger challenge. So, are you ready for the NAMM Show, Hester? It's going to be a crazy 4 days. That's guaranteed.
Yes, I am, Jill. As a music lover, I've always wanted to come to NAMM, so I'm excited to be here reporting from the show floor. And already, I can see how massive this show is, and there's so much to be seen at the Anaheim Convention Center. So I've got my comfy shoes on, and I will be bringing you the latest in MI News.
Glad to hear it, Hester. Now, I hope you all had a great 2019. It was a strong year for the MI industry, that's for sure. And I hope 2020 will bring plenty of the same. Now, one thing is for sure, that the NAMM Show has all you need to make sure 2020 gets off to a good start. But what can you expect from this year's show? Let's check in with the Music and Sound retailer editor, Brian Burke, who is standing by with NAMM president and CEO Joe Lamond.
Thank you, Jill. And I'm here with Joe Lamond, President and CEO of NAMM. We're here, it's 2020. Tell me what we're going to see at the NAMM Show.
Brian, we're back. It's great to be here with you and your team again. And I think for all those who are here with us in Anaheim this week, and of course all your viewers back at home, I just wanted to share how much excitement there is for the 2020 NAMM Show. A new year, a new decade. I've seen a bit of the floor so far. It's just unbelievably packed with, somewhere in the neighborhood of this whole campus, 1.8 million square feet of the most unbelievable new music and sound products. And of course the education campus, almost 400 sessions on everything from music retail to live sound mixing and engineering to installing speakers. We've got sessions on rigging and for those who are in the concert production business on how to fall safely. I mean, the breadth and depth of education at this show is just incredible for anyone who has a career in music.
I think it's safe to say that nowhere else are you going to find a session about how to fall safely. So,
you think about, I think there's so many changes, and the theme I'm using this year is crossroads, right? I think the industry's at a crossroads. We are looking for new growth stories, and I think live sound, entertainment, concert business, installations in facilities, and the idea of higher quality audio, higher quality lighting, video. I think this is a real opportunity for our retailers everywhere, and that's why we're putting so much emphasis on it here at the show with the products, but also the training, because a lot of that work, while I think it's a great growth story, you have to do it right. Some of it you need to be certified for. Safety is always a really important element of that. If you're hanging speakers, you've got to do it right. So I think as an association, NAMM is very much committed to helping the industry go into those growth areas, but do them profitably and do them safely and really see how our industry can grow.
And tell me about the concert you have going on tonight. That really sounds great.
Well, obviously this is a group of people who love music, and every night on the Ground Plaza stage we're going to have some great music. Tonight, unfortunately, Sarah McLaughlin, who is going to play our NAMM Foundation concert to celebrate music education, fell ill. So my team quickly pivoted, and we've got this unbelievable band called Animals as Leaders, and I have to tell you, I wasn't that familiar with them until I got on YouTube and saw their first video that had 13.5 million views, and then saw this trio that was unbelievable musicians. And so I think if you're going to be anywhere between 6 and 8 tomorrow night, you're going to want to hit the Ground Plaza. It's a celebration for music education, but it's also, you're going to see some of the best musicianship I think we'll have ever had on an NAMM stage.
I definitely plan to be there. Thank you.
Cool.
Our thanks as always to the whole NAMM team for everything they do to make the show possible. Now, let's move on to another new addition to our CTV at NAMM coverage. We all know that the MI industry would be nothing without the retailers who sell the products. Thank you all. So we wanted to get a retailer's perspective on the industry and how they plan to spend their time at the NAMM Show. Brian Burke sat down with Thomas Coletti, owner of the Music Zoo, to get his thoughts on these topics and much, much more.
Here with Tommy Coletti, owner of the Music Zoo, which has a new location in Farmingdale, right down the street from D'Addario's headquarters. And first, Tommy, tell me about the new business, why you moved, and how things are going there for you.
I'd been looking for a place to move to for a while and just couldn't find the right location. And finally, the location in Farmingdale came up. It's been great. We went from 6,000 square feet to 21,000 square feet, so everybody's got room for their coffee cup now, and a lot more guitars, which we have, and we're making it happen. And we're great. It's great to be down the block from D'Addario too. They're like family.
Right. And we're, of course, we're here at NAMM. So tell me, what are you looking for at the show? What are you hoping to check out? What are some of your goals there as a retailer?
You know, every year I go to NAMM with a different mindset. You know, like I feel like it's now the 26th NAMM I think I've done, or 26th year. And each year it's something new. In the beginning, it was always looking for like the new, latest, greatest thing. And then sort of in the middle years, it was continuing to create these great relationships with our friends from all the vendors and stuff. And now I think I might be back to looking for like the new things again, you know, because we're selling a lot of different brands, and it's always nice to see somebody new with some new guitar, a new pedal that we get excited about. So it's probably a little bit of everything.
Okay, and you know, lastly, I can't let you go before I ask you about that cool guitar you're holding here. So
this is an EVH Eruption 78. EVH, Eddie Van Halen's company with Fender, they issued 78 of these guitars. Some of them NOS, which they consider new old stock, and then there's some relict versions, and then there was 8 of the relict version that's an exact replica to the guitar that he played during the first, recorded the first Van Halen record and then did the first tour. And along with that, they're cool, or Eddie was cool enough to, I don't know if you guys can get that, but there's Ed's signature and the number 7. It's one of 8, and this is number 7. And he plays Eruption on it, and you get the video of Eruption, and you can't put it on YouTube or anything like that. You have to keep it to yourself for collection purposes or whatever, and it's awesome. I'm a big Van Halen fan, so for me, this was like a, dare I say, this came in and I kept it for myself, you know, which happens once in a while. So this was it. And it sounds great. It sounds, I mean, you know, it sounds like Ed.
Thomas Coletti for stopping by the studio to share his insight into the industry. Now, for even more industry insights, plus some free food, retailers should attend NAMM University's morning breakfast sessions. They're really delicious. They take place each morning at the Anaheim Hilton Pacific Ballroom on level 2. That starts at 8 a.m. At tomorrow's breakfast session, digital marketing pioneer Ann Henley will address the fast-paced, always-on nature of modern marketing and social media, and why the most successful companies are the ones that slow down, do less, and obsess over key areas. Now, here's Hester again with a special report from the Convention Center. Hey, Hester.
We stopped by NAMM Media Preview to get an early look at what to expect from the show, and trust me, there's plenty to look forward to. Here are some of the highlights.
What's up, everybody? This is David Coletti, president of the Supro Electric Guitar and Amplifier Company, as well as founder of Pigtronics. And I'm here at Winter NAMM 2020 with a whole bunch of new stuff. So let's kick it off with the Infinity 2 Double Looper. Not only is this pedal really small and full stereo, but it actually has 2 independent and synchronized loops. And with Pigtronics Infinity technology, we have only 1 millisecond of overall latency. So all of our commands can occur right on the downbeat. Okay, so this is not like a looper where things happen when you pull your foot up, things happen when you put your foot down. This is like the James Brown theory of looping, right? It's on the 1. Moving on to Supro, the newest addition to the Supro family of vintage-themed tube amplifiers is the Blues King 10. Based on the mid-50s Supro Comet model, this unit cranks out 5 watts of Class A 6V6 power. And finally, our new flagship guitar, the semi-hollow body Conquistador model. Now what's going on with this is like a mashup of a classic 60s Supro guitar shape that's been blended with the size of a Seth Lover 335 design.
Hi, this is Jay Cunningham from Denon DJ here at NAMM 2020. I'm very excited to show you the brand new products that we've got for you. First up, leading the charge is the Denon DJ SE6000 media player. We've got a beautiful 10.1-inch multi-gesture high-definition screen. We've increased the size of the jog wheel to 8.5 inches and retooled inside to give a beautiful look. Underneath, we've also got a SATA drive bay for be able to put your own media storage in there as well. Moving over here, we have the XC6000M. The main difference here is the motorized wheel. As you see, it's spinning around. The mixers also had an update as well, a nice new stealth look, brand new crossfaders in there, are some other fine-tune adjustments. A beautiful little jewel that we've also got as well is the Prime Go. So as you can see here, nothing's connected, 4-hour lithium-ion battery, giving you full performance. And here is the engine OS. This is the same OS that's across all of the players that we've got here, so there's no compromise, connected to Tidal and all of the different streaming services.
Hey guys, Ryan here from D'Angelico Guitars, coming to you live from NAMM Media Preview Day. In the champagne color is the Premier Mini DC. This is a 14-inch wide, double cutaway, semi-hollow, and it's a direct response to consumer feedback, folks who wanted the most ergonomic, the most comfortable semi-hollow they could get their hands on. From the XL series, we've got the EXL1 Throwback. This is a throwback version of our most popular archtop. It's a single cutaway, 17-inch wide, 3-inch deep archtop. And lastly, on the left, we've got the Deluxe Bedford SH. This is part of our Deluxe series where we host all limited edition instruments. There's only going to be 50 of these available worldwide, numbered on the back. And essentially what we've got here is our first 3 pickup guitar, aside from the Bob Weir Bedford, where we've got a Seymour Duncan 5.2 in the neck, a Seymour Duncan 5.2 in the middle, and then a Seymour Duncan mini humbucker in the bridge.
Great stuff, Hester. And 2019 was a huge comeback year for Gibson, and the company is looking forward to even more success in 2020. Let's head over to Brian Burke now at the Gibson booth. So, what do you have for us, Brian?
Okay, I'm here with JC Curleigh,
Awesome.
CEO of Gibson, and I come bearing gifts. I want to say this. I'm going to surprise you because you have no idea, but I'm going to give it to you now. You really don't, right?
No.
I'm telling you, it's a surprise. This is the Music and Sound Award for the Best Electric Guitar of 2019.
Wow.
For the 6th anniversary Les Paul. So I want to first start with that. He has no idea, folks, okay?
Awesome,
and
that's unbelievable.
I'm going to start with that. So I start an interview in a good way, right?
Sure, absolutely. Well, I'd love to take credit, but man, someone did something right 60 years ago with that 59, and hopefully we're making Orville Gibson proud and Les Paul proud, and if we can carry on that legendary sort of setup that they gave us, inherit it, and take it forward, man, I couldn't be more proud of what we're doing with it, so I really appreciate it.
Oh, well, congratulations. The retailers really enjoyed the product and certainly sold a lot. So
They did.
Yeah, and now tell me, it's your second NAMM show back. You've been CEO now over a year, so tell me how it's going. What's going on?
Well, I mean, I think the fans could tell us, but you know, a year ago we showed up at NAMM and they said, "JC, what's the theme?" I said, "I think the theme is hope. You know, let's hope that people like our guitars. Let's hope the artists engage. Let's hope the dealers get a little more confident." And I kind of think we lit a fuse last year, and then the expectations went up. So we worked really hard this year on Gibson, really on the authenticity and the aspirational side of Gibson with our custom shop and what we've done, and the originals and the moderns. And then we said, "Wow, what about Epiphone?" And we said, "Well, let's bring that back." And you know, if you think about Epiphone, it's literally for every stage of a musician's life. From if your stage is the basement or your bedroom, or your stage is a massive stage, you know, world tour, Epiphone's played a role there. And we said, man, bring that back and be inspired by Gibson. And then someone asked us, like, what are you guys doing with Kramer? I'm like, what are we doing with Kramer? And we said, you know what, we're going to make Kramer matter again. And we're going right back to the 80s and bringing the 80s forward. And between Gibson, Epiphone, and Kramer, people are going to see everything we've been working on for the last year live tomorrow morning.
Okay, great. Well, we certainly see some great booth traffic already. And oh, by the way, happy birthday! I know you celebrated.
Thank you for that. You know, it's the only thing in life that, as humans, we had nothing to do with, and people then celebrate us. So I just want to shout out to my mother, Nancy, to say thank you for having me. How's that? And she only played Epiphone.
Okay, thank you.
The winners of the 34th Annual Music and Sound Awards have been announced, and these awards are for the year's best products, as chosen by MI retailers. Now, they also recognize the amazing contributions that manufacturers have made to the MI industry. Now, you can check out the complete list of winners here or at booth 10318. Or you can also head over to msretailer.com or pick up a copy of the March issue of the Music and Sound Retailer. Now, let's see what some manufacturers have on tap for this year's NAMM show. For 14 years, Oasis has focused its NAMM Show activities on its humidifier products. But 2020 is a little bit different. This time, the company is focusing on its fluorocarbon GPX ukulele strings. There are 9 different sets of GPX strings that are available to fit the tone that you're looking for.
Discover new skills at the crossroads. Music retailers and business professionals can benefit from NAMM sessions at the Idea Center and specialized music educator, public policy, and nonprofit management sessions offering targeted education for those dynamic fields. Download the NAMM Show's mobile app for the latest schedule and locations.
Fender's American Ultra Series is designed to provide the ultimate in precision performance and tone. This series is for players looking for modern advancements that'll help them create music at the highest level.
We're here at Fender. What can you tell me about the American Ultra series?
The American Ultra series is our top-of-the-line American series of guitars. It has features like a contoured neck heel, which really gets out of your way. If you're playing in the upper registers, it's super comfortable. It's got a modern D neck profile with rolled edges on the fingerboard, so it's very smooth and natural feeling. The ultra satin finish doesn't stick, doesn't get in your way when you're playing fast. Medium jumbo frets. Ultra noiseless pickups. This is our 5th generation of noiseless pickups. They really capture that single coil tone without the noise. You've got some advanced wiring options. For example, on this guitar, the S1 switch on the volume control puts the pickups in series, and you have locking tuners for better tuning stability and faster string changes.
Yorkville Sound Synergy SA221S is the perfect low-end companion to the Synergy Array series. This dual 21-inch sub can be positioned vertically or stacked horizontally, depending on the setup requirements, and it's intended for live music and DJ sets, and it really excels when you absolutely need high output and deep bass extension.
I'm here with Darren Butt, and it sounds like Yorkville's new sub has this deep bass capability, which we love, and has a high output, but doesn't that consume a lot of energy?
That's a good question, yeah. So our SA221S, for being a double 21-inch sub, has a lot of high output and deep bass, but actually doesn't consume a whole lot of energy. You have the option of dumbing it down from 16 amps to 12 amps or 8 amps. So for high output and deep bass, actually doesn't consume a lot from the wall outlet, which means that you can actually use this on a standard 15 amp circuit if need be. We know people like to listen with their eyes, myself included, which is why we came up with the biggest product Yorkville's ever made, the SA221S.
The NAMM Show doesn't end when the show floor closes. With a number of NAMM at Night events, there's always another electric experience just around the corner. Or attend networking events like the NAMM Pro Audio Pool Party or Esta's Happy Hour for behind the scenes. Download the NAMM Show's mobile app for the latest schedule and locations for concerts and special events.
Now for a brand new segment here on Convention TV at NAMM. As you know, we've covered DJ products in the past, but this year we've decided to rely on the expertise behind the music and sound retailer's sister publication, that's DJ Times. This is America's longest running magazine for professional DJs. And here's DJ Times editor Jim Tremaine to discuss the latest trends in the DJ market. Hey, Jim.
Hi, we're here with Justin DeLay of the online marketplace Reverb, and today we're going to talk a little bit about pro audio for mobile DJs. So Justin, for the mobile DJ, what is the state of the loudspeaker system? What types of systems are making their mark with mobile DJs?
Sure, well, it continues to be active speakers that we're seeing are really the trend. I think, it's hard to fight the convenience and the price points. You get your amp, you get your speakers all in one. So we continue to see a lot of growth there. It seems to be where the industry is headed.
And line array speakers have made their mark as well.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. The Bose system came out a couple years ago. I think you start to see other folks play in that space. And for the right segment of mobile DJ, that can be a really effective, very portable, very efficient solution for the kind of gigs that they're playing.
And what are some of the products you're looking forward to seeing at this show?
Sure. Well, I heard that QSC has a new subwoofer coming out, which is really, another trend we're seeing is just subwoofers coming down in size, price point, where venues or gigs that maybe historically would not have used a sub, we're actually starting to see subwoofers being incorporated. So I think anything that drives innovation or lower price points in the sub category is going to be exciting this year.
I'm here with Michael Dussault from Electro Voice. So Michael, for pro audio companies, dealing with mobile DJs and mobile DJs reacting to the pro audio industry, it's been an interesting evolution over the last couple decades, hasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's absolutely our job as a manufacturer to pay attention to the evolution of what the customer's needs are. And of course, specific to the mobile DJ, we want to make sure that systems are smaller and lighter and packed with more features.
Hello, we're here with Randy White of Chuck Levin's Washington Music Center in Wheaton, Maryland. We want to talk a little bit about pro audio and the mobile DJ. So Randy, tell us a little bit about the evolution of pro audio and loudspeakers for mobile DJs.
The evolution has really gone next level, and the opportunities for DJs to be able to do every facet of the speaker coverage or for their events is now available.
What are some of the brands and products that are really making their mark in your world?
I think QSC is one of the main speaker companies. RCF has become a big player. Electro Voice, JBL and Mackie are still a big part of it. So each one of the companies have a small segment of it, and in certain products, they're leaders in each one of those segments.
For a large retail outlet like Washington Music, who sells a lot of products to a lot of different types of customers, how important is the DJ as a customer to Washington Music?
I think the DJ probably is the most important right now, because it's through whether recession or through just general things, the DJ is always there, and it's always changing, evolving, new people getting in it. So it's probably one of the most consistent parts of our store business.
Terrific. Back to you in the studio.
There are definitely some exciting things happening in the DJ market, and you'd better believe the manufacturers in that market know how to party. That includes Pioneer DJ, who is hosting Happy Hour each day of the show, starting at 5 p.m. in the Arena Plaza. Make sure you stop by the Pioneer Pro Audio Arena Plaza stage to check it all out. Now, let's take a look at a couple of other cool events going on tonight. For the first time ever, Yamaha will be presenting 3 concerts during NAMM instead of just one. That's right, Yamaha will be rocking on the Grand Plaza every night. And the concert starts at 6 p.m. right outside the Convention Center. And Yamaha has even more to offer. Check out the NAMM Night of Worship featuring multi-platinum artist Michael W. Smith tonight at 7 p.m. in the Anaheim Hilton Pacific Ballroom. So much fun. All right, now let's check back with Hester, who is standing by with NAMM Chairman and CF Martin CEO Chris Martin.
Thanks, Jill. Chris, congratulations on being elected chairman of the NAMM organization.
Thanks so much.
What's been on the agenda as the new chairman, and what can we expect from NAMM in the near future?
For me, it's been a journey. I have been on the executive committee now for over 6 years. I started as the secretary, then I was the treasurer, then I was the vice chair, and simultaneously the chair of the NAMM Foundation. So I'm taking my training wheels off now, and I get the opportunity to help send this fantastic message we have about how wonderful making music is, and this show is about inspiring more and more people to make more and more music.
And what can we expect from CF Martin at this year's show?
This is an important show for us. We always bring a bunch of new models. 2 that I want to tell you about. One is a collaboration with David Crosby to get people to register to vote. And that's an important message this year. And the other one is a new body shape with a really interesting patent pending neck to body joint that makes playing all the way up the neck through the cutaway more comfortable than it's ever been on any guitar. Every guitar player's got to check it out.
Sounds like a really significant and impactful launch into 2020. Thanks, Chris.
Hopefully.
Clearly, the entire NAMM organization has been hard at work putting together this amazing 4-day event. And later today, you'll have a chance to rub some elbows with the NAMM Top 100 at the Top 100 Nonprofit Networking Reception. It takes place at 4 p.m. at the NAMM Members Center in the Anaheim Convention Center lobby. Now, refreshments will be served. And afterwards, the NAMM Pro Audio Pool Party will be taking place on the Marriott Pool Deck from 6 to 8 p.m., which is a perfect opportunity to get outside now and enjoy some of that beautiful Anaheim weather.
Sophia Tremolos announces purchasing and reintroducing SoCal's Tysonics vintage titanium guitar hardware company together under one roof. Big Kids Inc., premium musical instrument hardware built and designed by musicians for everyone.
I wanna fly like an eagle to the sea.
To the guy who needs nothing but a guitar to say, here's who I am, Mr. Les Paul.
I would like to present this to Sting.
I always wanted to have a Les Paul. I never imagined that he would give me one himself.
This is a real award. T-Bone is the last connection to all the golden inspiration that led me to this room tonight.
If it wasn't for Les, we'd probably all be playing acoustic guitars, in mono.
How many Les Pauls do you have to destroy to win the Les Paul Award?
Here I come, Robin. Hello, it's me.
She deserved not just a seat at the table, but that first chair.
There's always a door that will open, so just walk in and see what's on the other side.
Now we have groups like Bass Nectar going out there. What fascinates them is more environmentally complex things.
NAMM is always a great place to celebrate a company milestone, and this year we've got plenty of anniversaries to highlight. Congratulations to Kaiser Musical Products, which is celebrating its 40th anniversary tonight. We also want to congratulate the Percussion Marketing Council on its 25th anniversary, and the trade group will celebrate the momentous occasion with a huge bash at the Anaheim Hilton Vista Lounge beginning at 6 p.m. And congratulations to yet another company celebrating its 25th anniversary. That is DAS Audio, who will be partying tonight at the Anaheim Hilton.
The 2020 NAMM Show now features an expanded suite of showcase environments, which serve as a community center and launchpad for new ideas and innovations. Be sure to visit every showcase located throughout the campus, including the Boutique Guitar Showcase, Entertainment Technology Showcase, Innovator Showcase, Loudspeaker System Showcase, Lounge 88 Showcase, Software, and Synth Showcase. Download the NAMM Show's mobile app to navigate to the locations of these showcases.
So I hope you're enjoying this episode of Convention TV at NAMM. This program is brought to you by Testa Communications, publisher of the music and sound retailer DJ Times and Sound and Communications magazines, as well as our monthly newsletter, The Retailer Report. You can watch Convention TV throughout the Anaheim Convention Center and in select hotels. Each episode runs 24 hours a day, and you can watch us on demand on any device that you have. Just go to msretailer.com and click on the Convention TV tab at the top of the page.
Stop by Oasis, booth 1807 in Hall E, and get 2 packs of our fluorocarbon GPX ukulele strings for the price of one.
Let's wrap things up with a feel-good story. Everyone in the MI industry knows that music has the power to bring people together and soothe a troubled soul. And no one knows it better than Guitars for Vets. This amazing charity brings veterans with PTSD and other injuries together to heal by making music. We talked to Guitars for Vets founder Patrick Nettesheim to find out more about this incredible organization.
What inspires you to start the Guitars for Vets program?
Well, what inspired me, Hester, was one of my guitar students, Dan Van Buskirk. Dan is a Marine from the Vietnam era, served 68 and 69 in Da Nang as a 1st Marine Recon sniper. So Dan has a lot that he still is working on reconciling within his own heart and soul. And Dan had always wanted to play the guitar, but post-traumatic stress, PTSD, it comes with a lot of obstacles, anxiety, depression, lack of self-esteem, but the same courage and fiery force that got Dan through Vietnam got him in for lessons. And I'll tell you what, Hester, the lessons gave him a forum in which to share with me. I wanted to learn about Vietnam. He wanted to learn what it was like to be a professional musician. It's that teamwork, that camaraderie. The guitar is a catalyst for positive human interaction, and that was so powerful. We took that to the VA in Milwaukee, And since then, we've grown to 110 chapters in 43 states.
How can retailers and manufacturers contribute to the program?
We need guitars, and we frankly need money because the money buys guitars for the program. So that's the best way the industry can help with this. As far as folks like you and I are out there who might have a guitar in the closet or under the bed not using it, they can donate that to Guitars for Vets. Pays itself forward many times over.
And that's a wrap for today. We, of course, thank you for watching, but want to make sure that you check back in with us for even more NAMM Show coverage. We're just scratching the surface here, and we'll be back tomorrow with a whole new broadcast. So see you soon. Have fun.
Imagine a world with more music. Rhythms and melodies that dare us to move when our differences divide us.
I want to create for beautiful moments. Music that inspires
and fills the air with hope.
I will mix frequencies that resonate.
What I create will help me find my voice.
Something powerful and strong. It won't be easy. It might seem impossible.
But we will create anthems that unite us.
Our music
can change the world.